Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, give on the inside. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Lets it fly. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's up the 40. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Great place to start for this offense. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count.
On the double. Tuna. Lasso.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for a big play right off the bat. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown by you, Bengals. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do there.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
They kick it away on 4th down. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Finds his man. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. LSU right back to the line. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to throw on 1st down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tiger.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and the defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rolling right and going deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the 1st quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their 2nd right there.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the 1st quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Milner. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quick completion to the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, LSU has the lead here. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They're a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down.
Timeout, Texas.
You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Snagged out of the air. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Makes the catch. It's Abbey. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
That pass not close as he got twirled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on third down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's fourth down.
Maybe a bit of a gamble going for it on fourth and short from their own 46. Trying to do it on the ground. Inside the 40. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Close to midfield, fourth down. I think most coaches in college football say that's a green zone now.
Has to be, because there's really not that much to gain by kicking it away.
No, because you kick it in the end zone, they take it out to the 20. You're only picking up how many yards. They can return it. So I know if I run a play, I've got a really good chance to get it. So stay aggressive, offensive coaches.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy passing catch.
Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Makes a connection. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. And yet another Bayou Bengal baller on the outside who can just go get it.
And if I'm a quarterback, man, I love throwing to these guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't have to fit it in the box. I know my receiver out wide will make plays. LSU has had guy after guy after guy that you can name that can do that, and they might just have another.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. LSU quick to the line.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when he needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, LSU!
Now, you always want want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And that's where they'll mark him, but a very productive play, and they'll move the chains. Bird Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Looking for room, it's McAllister. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Ebby. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Makes the grab. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unleashes one deep. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Might be calling a hot route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he's got it inside the 35. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He'll keep it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down the option.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
691, Gators score. Clear.
Looking to fire. Quickly complete. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. LSU right back to the line.
It's now second and goal.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go.
Lets it go to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
I love the way this defense is fighting down here close to their own goal line, right? They get a sack on the first play. Great coverage on the second one, knocking it away. Here comes a huge 3rd down. Can they do it again? Can they come up with another big one?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to get it in. They got him the football, but he could not convert. It'll be 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Pulls in the deep ball. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Texas. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position, go make some things happen. Force some turnovers, play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
And that's exactly what I would do, too. Why would I not keep throwing that dude the football? I know it was incompletion, but he has had a day. He's been cooking this secondary, and they've tried to find ways to get him the ball because he has been so dynamic today.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll run play action. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. He might want another play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Terrell. At the 45. defense into tiny slices.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He got it! Touchdown, Tigers! And the route is on.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Oh, better look out. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense wants to bring the heat. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
The inside handoff. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll keep it on the ground. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to defend the field position with the return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Houston is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Akron. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down. Floating away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have...
Gonna let it fly. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. They'll decline that penalty. Obviously very happy with results of the play. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Pulls and fires complete. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Running it to the right. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grab near the marker. It's Milner. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Shakes off the defender. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Longhorns come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Quarterback making adjustments. Going right to work up top. Throws toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Offensive coordinators just spend all offseason in a lab, and they just draw up stuff over and over again. How many times can I use misdirection? How many times can I use speed against the linebackers who flow so fast to the football? Really nice play design, a little misdirection. The defense didn't know what hit them. Big gain for the offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. But that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Man, I tell you what, when you got a guy that is that good at dissecting your defense, you better get pressure. Nice job by the defense, hurrying him up, speeding up the thought process.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Tiger! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Longhorns want to move quickly. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll go back to work on offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Wants to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Texas, 14.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense.
Green 25.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. He is having a day, and there's still a ways to go, but pretty soon he might make a call on Kayshon Boutte's single-game receiving record.
Yeah, and if I'm him, I'm going to my QB and be like, listen, dog, I'm close. Feed me that rock. I want to go get the record. Nobody's guarding me. Nobody can stop me. Just get it to me, and I'll make the plays for you. And right now, listen, if I'm the LSU quarterback, I'm like, yeah, you keep doing that, I'll keep feeding you the rock.
Quarterback making checks. Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man downfield. There he goes. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stop just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19.
Screen pass just not working there, and you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
Offense going to be challenged to protect on 3rd down after that last sack. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out. At the 20, he's got space. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
Looks as if he's going to run it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take... Breaks into the open! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Found a seam on the left. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. They've really got this offense humming. Just the 4th play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. The 50. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Texas, 14.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Taking it the other way. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, LSU.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they tacked on the extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field?
14.
Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick six. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back, and going to get the quarterback.
To the air on second down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College.